Hello everyone, my name is Landon and welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be starting a new series up on my channel. It is going to be based around Stephen King at first, and I might divert it into other authors later on, but I'm going to be calling it the scare factor, or the horror factor. Basically, I'm going to take horror novels, review them, and tell 1 through 10, how scary it was. And for Stephen, I'm going to go through all of Stephen King's catalog, starting from his first book, which we'll be talking about today, Carrie, and I will be going in chronological order, reviewing all of them, because I've wanted to review Stephen King's books for a while now, but I've never gotten around to it, and now I can start up this series where I tell you guys what I thought of the book and how scary it was, just to let you know if you guys are scared easily. So, if you guys like the idea for this, leave a comment down below telling me what you guys think. And also any other authors, like you guys have seen other authors that I've had, like Joe Hill, Edward Loren, Dan Simmons. If you guys want me to do their books and tell you the scare factor or horror factor, I'm not exactly sure which one I want to name it now, and if you guys would like me to do any of those. So, but today, we are going to be starting with Stephen King's Carrie. Carrie is about a high school girl who can't really fit in. Everybody really in the school doesn't really like her. She's seen as an outcast, and she has a troubled home life with her very, very religious mother, and she usually gets locked in a closet a lot because of her being bad, so-called bad, or disrespectful. And throughout the book, she begins to learn that she begins to learn that she has telekinetic power. She starts moving things on her own, and she's trying to figure out what it is. She's like, goes to her library, figures it out, and then within the next few weeks, the prom comes up, and she doesn't have anybody to go with her, but all out of the blue, the prettiest guy in school, the most handsome guy in school, asks her to the prom, and she accepts, even though her mother doesn't, and she goes to the prom, and that's where things go AWOL. She keeps the telekinetic powers secret at first, but when she goes to the prom and gets pig's blood spilled on her, she loses it and takes her revenge, finally, on the people who have been bullying her for the past few years. It's a very, very good book. It's Stephen King's first, and it really showed us what he could do as an author. It's not that long. It's only 290 pages, I think I saw before this. It's a terrific read, and if I had any problems with it, I'm not really sure what I had a problem with, because I'm definitely giving this book 5 stars. A lot of Stephen King's books deserve 5 stars. This is definitely one of them that deserves 5 stars. And, I mean, I just can't really think of many problems with it. I feel like, I don't really know. I'll think about it, but Carrie is definitely a gem. I definitely give it 5 out of 5 stars. In terms of scare factor, the horror factor, up until the last few pages, like last 50 pages when the prom comes around, there really isn't anything scary. Like, the only scary part about it is her mother, who's like very, very religious. She's really kind of creepy, and she ends up trying to kill her in the end of the book, even though it's unsuccessful. And up until the prom scene where she's outside of the prom looking in and causing havoc inside the prom, that is a horrifying scene. It sends a chill down your spine every time you read that prom scene, where she runs out, embarrassed that she has all the blood on her, and then she remembers her telekinetic powers, she looks inside, she starts tearing down the lights, she starts pulling, like, electrical outlets out of stuff, people get electrocuted, people get hit by falling debris, and it is definitely the scariest scene in the book, and one of the reasons why it makes this book so scary. And if I had to rate it from a 1 to 10 on the horror factor, scare factor, I would give it a 7 out of 10 for horror. Just for that one scene alone is enough to make this book really scary, but everything before that really isn't as scary as when we get up to that point. Yes, the mom being super religious and locking her in the room is really, it's really, sad to read, but it's not really anything that would, scare you at all. And in terms of problems with the books, I really don't have many, because it's a great 300-page, it's a very small read. It's a great, tight thriller, tight horror book. Stephen King's first is definitely a gem. And tell me what you guys thought about it in the comments below if you guys have read Carrie. I bet many of you guys who are subscribed definitely have. And leave your comments down below on what you guys thought of how scary it was on a scale of 1 to 10. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell icon if you're new. The next Scare Factor video will be Salem's Lot, which was his second novel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.